to start in child's pose today. So when you're ready, coming to the back of your mat, bringing the base of the big toes together, and you can take the knees out a little bit wider, and then we're just going to fold forward. Now if you can't bring your forehead all the way to the floor immediately, you can just cross your arms and pop your forehead down on the back of your arms. Or you can reach the hands forward and then just go ahead, drop the forehead down. And we're just going to take a few breaths here, nice and slowly. And seeing if you can breathe in that little bit deeper. And let the belly relax. Breathing out into the sides of the rib cage in the armpit space. And again, one nice deep breath in. And one nice long, slow breath out. Maybe inching the fingertips forward a little more, maybe the elbows lift away from the mat. And then almost pressing into the hands as though you're trying to slide the front edge of the mat away from you. And then we're going to lift up onto the pads of the fingers. So your hands are, your palms are sprung and your hands look like spiders. And then as you breathe in, let your elbows flare out to the sides and move up. And then as you breathe out, scoop your elbows down and towards the midline. So breathing in, letting their elbows move like wings out and up. And breathing out, scooping the elbows down and in. And see if you can feel inside the shoulder joint as you do this. Breathing in, elbows out and up. Breathing out, scooping down and in. One more time. Scooping down, drawing the elbows towards each other on the exhale, and then just resting your elbows and your palms flat to the floor again. We're going to rock the head side to side here. Nice and easy, just nuzzling the forehead into the mat. Exploring the surface of the face and the skull. Nuzzling the eyebrows into the mat. And the other one. And then pressing more of your forehead into the floor, you might roll up towards the hairline, your bottom raising away from the heels, rocking forward and back over the top of the head, and then sliding yourself back down. So it's almost like a little bit of a contact massage here, again rolling up onto the crown of the head. Pressing the top of the head into the floor and back down, and then just nice and easy rock the head from left to right a couple of times. Adjust your position at any time and bring the elbows to the floor And then bring your hands together in prayer and your thumbs towards the back of your head. So you make this shark fin shape. And then maybe wobble your elbows a little bit further forward towards the front edge of the mat. So we get a nice stretch through the triceps here. Squeezing the palms together. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the mat, and then we're going to walk ourselves back into a comfortable sitting position, which might be kneeling, but if kneeling's not for you, then find your alternative. We're just going to stir out the wrists a few times, circling both wrists out and both wrists in. Then we're going to reach the arms out to the sides. Take a nice big stretch across the front of the chest. Spread the webbing between each of your fingers. And then cross your thumbs over your palms. So you're making a fist with your thumb on the inside. So curling your fingers over your thumbs. And I want you to imagine you have a jug of water in each hand. And you're going to pour that jug of water out to the sides. So not forward, but directly out to the side, and feeling a nice stretch across the top of that thumb. It's a really good one if you've got carpal tunnel. And then we're going to roll out the wrists again. Forward. And then just give the hands a little shake. And then we're going to circle the elbows. We're going 3 or 4 times in one direction, and then 3 or 4 times in the other. And then with your next inhale, reach both arms up past the head, interlace the fingers, flip the palms up towards the ceiling and press out through the shoulders, almost as though you're pushing the ceiling away. Nice big breath in here. Pull the belly button to the spine as you breathe out. One more big breath in, nice side stretch. And exhale, then we're going to come on to all fours. Nice and easy. Hands under the shoulders. Take a moment just to stretch back through the right leg, pressing through the right heel, just rocking over the ball of the foot a couple of times, stretching out the neck of the toes. And then go ahead, swap sides. Working into any little clicks or cracks, dropping that left knee. We're going to move through some nice easy rounds of cat-cow here. So as you breathe in, let the pelvis roll forward, drop the belly, move the chest through between the upper arms and looking straight ahead. Try not to crunch the back of the neck. And then as you exhale, squeezing up through the pelvic floor, so engaging inside the body as well. Tucking the tail, pulling the belly button up towards the spine, rounding the rib cage and dropping the head. I like to do mine really slowly, starting with that nice long inhale, untucking the tail, stretching the skin of the belly, bringing the chest forward, opening up the throat, exhaling, pressing into the hands, stretching the skin of the back, taking the chin a little bit closer into the throat for more of a stretch across the back of the neck. And one last time. And this time, as you round into that cat shape, we're going to hold. You might bring the hands a little bit back towards the knees. You really arch the upper back. And I want you to imagine that you have a hula hoop here around the upper back. Just swing your rib cage round to the left. Let the chest drop. And then rounding up and over that right shoulder. So we're isolating the movement of the upper back here. Really getting into the traps, trapezius muscles, the rhomboids. Letting your breath move nice and freely. Circling 3 or 4 times in one direction. Pause in your cat shape. And then go back the other way. One more, all the way up and over. And then again, pause in that cat shape. Take a little bend in the elbows here. And then re-straightening the arms, really press all 10 pads of your fingers into the mat. Breathe in. And breathe out. Find a nice easy tabletop position. Lengthening the back of the neck, looking to the front edge of your mat. We're going to extend the arms out here. And we're going to drop into puppy dog. So either coming onto the elbows, crossing the forearms and lowering your head down, or dropping your forehead all the way to the floor. But different to child's pose where we started, in puppy dog you keep your bottom over your knees. And we're going to take 3 breaths here. If at any point you break wind, it's absolutely fine. There's nothing worse than trying to hold on to a fart during a yoga class. And you're all on Zoom and you're all on mute, so nobody can hear you, it's all fine. So one more breath here, nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to take your left arm, thread it through, bring the left shoulder and left cheek to the mat and come into this nice thread needle position here. You can come up onto the pads of the right fingers like we did with our spider hand earlier. Take a breath. And rather than collapsing here, I want you to actively press the back of the left arm into the floor. You might float that right arm up. Spiral the shoulder in so that the right palm now faces behind you. And you can bend your elbow and then feed your fingers into the waistband of your leggings, or maybe wiggle all the way through to find the inside of the left thigh. And stay for a breath. Nice deep breath in. Bring that right arm up and overhead, reaching to the top of your mat once more. Exhale, slide that right elbow back next to your face. Ease yourself back up. Send the left arm out and thread the right arm down. Press the back of the right arm into the mat. Inhaling that left arm up. Roll the shoulder in, turn the palm to face the back of the room. Bending the elbow, either finding the waistband of your trousers or fingertips to the inside of your right thigh. Stay for a breath. Inhaling, unravel that left arm, spiraling the shoulder, reaching all the way overhead. Exhale, slide that left elbow back, press yourself up nice and slowly onto all fours again. And rinse it out with a couple of rounds of CatCow. So inhale, stretching the skin of the belly, lifting the chest. Exhaling, rounding the back. Inhale, dip the belly. Press your left hand and your left knee into the floor. And step your right foot to the back of the mat. So we're setting up for a half Vashisthasana, your half side plank pose. Pressing into the floor, then take your right arm up. Press the hips forward, breathing in. Claw your right fingers and pull down as though you are hanging on a pull-up bar. So you're engaging the lat muscle. And then give your fingers a wiggle. Take a nice big reach up past the right ear. Nice big inhale. And then we're going to circle that right hand all the way forward and down. Squaring the hips to the mat. Inhale, then float that right leg up. Exhale, round and bring your knee towards your nose. If your knee towards your nose isn't possible for you, inhale, take the leg behind. You can bring that knee towards the right shoulder instead. Inhale, taking the leg up and behind. Exhale, curling in. Inhale up. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, take it all the way up. And this time as we curl, we're going to bring that knee all the way through. You're going to lift your right hand away from the floor and step into a lunge. Try and get your knee in your armpit and your ankle under your knee. If you are here, grab the back of your ankle and hike your foot forward. Lifting onto fingertips. Take a breath. We're going to reach the arms alongside us like jet wings. Have a wobble, find your balance. And then press into that right foot. Inhale all the way up, reaching the arms up to the ceiling. Coming into your dragon lunge. Just take a breath in. Nice and slowly exhale forward over that front knee and take the right foot back. Hands under shoulders. We're going to give the hips a little wriggle. Maybe do a sexy little hip circles here. 2 or 3 one way and then 2 or 3 the other. And then I have to remember what we did to that side. So pressing the right hand into the floor, the right foot into the floor. Go ahead, step that left foot back. So you're lining up the wrist, the knee and the ankle if you can. Press the right hand down as you turn the chest. Reaching up. Claw your fingers. Find your imaginary pull-up bar and pull. Relax your fingers, give them a wiggle. Spiral the shoulder. Take a nice big reach up over that left ear. Nice full breath in. Exhale, circling, lower the left hand. Square the hips. Inhale, float that left leg up. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You don't have to get the leg perfectly straight. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to draw the knee all the way through, lift your left hand, and then pop that foot where your hand just was. You can have a little shimmy and a little move. Find what feels good. Lifting onto the fingertips. Find a point on the floor you can focus on. And then let go of the mat. Reach the arms behind you like aeroplane wings. With your next breath in, then brush the floor. And inhale, bring your torso all the way up. Into our dragon lunge. Breathing in. Breathing out, nice and easy back to the mat. Take that left foot back. We're going to cross the ankles here. Roll all the way back. Send your legs out in front. We're going to bring the right heel in towards the groin. We're going to flex that left foot, so the toes, but more importantly the kneecap, are pointing up towards the ceiling, so your leg hasn't rolled in or out. Drawing the spine up nice and tall. You're going to take your left hand over onto your right knee. Now this could feel like quite a strong stretch already for you. Go ahead, hike your bosom out of the way if you need to. If that's too much of a stretch and you just want to hold on to your right foot, that's fine. And then from here, we're going to reach the right arm up, just to 12 o'clock. So really reaching those right fingers up towards the ceiling, lengthening along the right side body. Taking the back of the head back, and then look down towards your left shoulder. Imagine yourself leaning all the way across to the left side, and one day, maybe in your next reincarnation, grasping your left toes with your right hand. Take one more breath. Inhale up to center. Give your shoulders a little bit of a wriggle. And then switch your legs around. I like to have a little bit of a rock forward and back, side to side, trying to find the bony points of my pelvis, finding my sitting bones. Then lifting up tall, taking a breath. And bringing the right hand over onto the left knee. If you find your knee is coming all the way up, you can either pop something under there to support it. The idea is to think about taking that knee back down. So you're trying to pull your knee up with your arm and pull your arm down with your knee. When you're ready, inhaling up. Nice big side stretch along the left side of the body. Taking the chin down towards the right shoulder. Beautiful work. You could have a little lean towards that right leg. With your next inhale, come back to center, release the arms, give them a nice roll, give them a little shake. I'm going to cross the legs. I'm turning to the long side of my mat here and just having a little rock side to side, finding my sitting bones, taking a moment just to sit up tall. And we're going to come down to Shavasana, which is corpse pose, but we're going to do it through half boat. So a little bit of abdominal work here. So bring your knees together and bring the base of the big toes to touch. You can hold into the back of the knees and then elongate the spine, pull the shoulders up towards the ears, draw them back and down. And then we're going to lean back. Try not to round the back as we go, keeping the chest lifted, floating the feet off the floor. You can all start kissing me now, I don't mind, I can't hear you. Take a breath. And release the legs. If your knees open a little, that's absolutely fine. Keeping those big toes pressed together as though you're squeezing an apple seed. We're going to start to lower over 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. When we get to 5, we're going to pause and we're going to flutter. Little swim. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathe in. And breathe out all the way. Good work, team. Nice big breath in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh. Closing the eyes. Relaxing the small muscles in the corners of the eyes. Twitching the nose. And letting there be some space between the teeth. Let the breath dissolve into its natural, effortless rhythm. When you're ready, taking a nice reach of the arms up past the head, pressing out through the heels, nice full body stretch. Roll to one side And make your way up to sitting. Bring the hands into prayer, bowing the head. Om Shanti, Shanti peace.